Hello and welcome to Non-Content Puzzle Design Video 3. In this video, we're going to be going over puzzle types that will only work with a letter combination, a key location, or a teacher code word. Before we get going, I just wanted to give a reminder that the entire contents of the slideshow that I'm about to show you in this video is available over on Teachers Pay Teachers at my store, The Librarian Room of Requirement. See link below and in the video description. This next group of puzzles are going to be letter puzzles, which means they'll work for letter combinations, key locations, or teacher code words. This is a layered images puzzle, which is appropriate for kindergarten and above. It's a mental type puzzle, which means it'll work for digital and physical breakouts. Hide an image connected with your story beneath another image with holes removed. The object's name is the letter combination. Use a riddle or a question for an additional hint. Capwing will easily remove solid text, numbers, or shapes. So here in the example, this is a BreakoutEDU puzzle where they had to figure out what this thing was below the numbers for 2022, which you can see is a tiger. So tiger was the combination. Object name puzzles are appropriate for kindergarten and above. They are mental puzzles, which means they'll work for digital and physical breakouts. The easiest version is getting objects whose first letter, when taken together, will spell a word. Use a common order, and they're great for letter locks. The harder version of this puzzle is putting the object's name below and using special letters to indicate which letters from the word should be used. In the example given, we have 4 items here, a pear, 2 eggs, and a lemon. So taken together, you get the P from pear, the E from both of the eggs, and the L from lemon, and that spells peel. Fill-in-the-blank type puzzles are appropriate for first grade and up. They are mental puzzles, so that means they'll work for digital or physical breakouts. You find a picture of your words. You create blank spaces next to the picture for each letter of the word. You highlight or circle with a UV marker the spaces that will be used for a letter lock combination, key location, or teacher code. You remove word banks if you want to make a harder puzzle. So over here, what's on the altar, we start with bread. So we have the D space highlighted over here. The next one we have incense, so that's going to be the I. We have a skull right here, it's going to make it S. And then a photo here, which is going to highlight the H. So taken together, the combination is D-I-S-H, which spells dish. Add letter puzzles work with second grade and above. They are mental type puzzles, which means they will function for a digital or a physical breakout. Put a list of words in a common order. Add a letter to each word that students need to recognize shouldn't be there. To increase the level of difficulty, you can scatter or remove the image clues. These puzzles work with letter locks, teacher code, and key locations. The example that I've given you are a list of monster words. So we have fangs, claw, horn, and tail. And I've thrown in the extra letters R, O, A, and R, which would spell out roar. Swap letter puzzles work for second grade and above. They are mental puzzles, so they'll work for digital locks and physical locks. Put a list of words in a common order. Replace a letter with a wrong substitute. The correct letters are the combination. To increase the level of difficulty, you can scatter or remove the image clues. These puzzles work with letter locks, teacher codes, and key locations. In the example, we have a list of monster words, fangs, claw, tail, and horn, and they have been swapped in with letters that are incorrect, this J, this M, this U, and this V. So students need to figure out what should be there instead. So this one should be an S, this should be a C, this should be an A, and this should be an R, which taken all together would give you the combination SCAR. Improperly cased letter puzzles work for second grade and above. They are mental type puzzles, which means they'll work for physical and digital locks. Write a note or letter that improperly uses capital/lowercase letters. To increase difficulty, you can scramble the letters. This type of puzzle can be used for a letter lock, teacher code, or key location. In the example that I've given you, I've improperly uppercased BOOKMARKS, which spells bookmarks, and that was the key location for this particular puzzle. MadGab puzzles are appropriate for second graders and above. They are mental type puzzles, so they will work for a digital or physical breakout. Students quickly read aloud a string of words that reveal a letter combination, teacher code word, or key location. Our sample here says, read the following words quickly aloud to discover which of the zoo animals has taken the zookeeper's key. So those words are echo, wall, hub, and hare. But if you read them very quickly, it will come out sounding like a koala bear. Over here to the side, I've given you the ways that these words can be strung together to sound like each other. However, if you purchase this presentation on Teachers Pay Teachers, you will have a whole pre-created list that I made from the board game that used to exist by the same name. Our next puzzle type is riddles, which is appropriate for second grade and above. They are mental puzzles, which means they will work for physical or digital breakouts. These are easy to search for on the internet. You figure out words that match your theme or your book. You search blank riddles for kids. This particular one, this isn't a difficult riddle. It won't leave you in a muddle. The answer is what falls from a cloud, then leaves behind a puddle. So this combination would be rain. The words can be used for a letter combination, a teacher code, or it can lead you to a key location. Song puzzles are appropriate for third grade and above. They are mental type puzzles, which means they'll work for digital or physical breakouts. Play a song in the background on repeat during your breakout that is related to your theme. Have the lyrics printed out with a blank space or spaces for your letter combination, teacher code, or key location. In the example that I've given you over here, it's the Monster Mash, and the word that they need to figure out that they're missing is jolt. Music note puzzles are appropriate for third grade and above. They are mental type puzzles, which means they'll work for digital or physical breakouts. Students use music notes to decipher the letter combination, key location, or teacher code. So you need to make sure that you are including your cipher keys, as pretty much functions like a code puzzle, somewhere in the breakout. Now, if you want to make it more difficult, you can hide this part somewhere in the room or make that your breakout item that the students need to solve a different puzzle in order to get from you. Once they have that, however, they should be able to decipher where these different notes fall on the number line between G, E, B, and F. If you buy my Teachers Pay Teachers presentation, you'll have a hyperlink to a list of the possible combinations you can use with music note type of puzzles, because obviously you're only working with the letters A through G. Word search puzzles are appropriate for second grade and above. I have them listed here as being both mental and kinetic puzzles. This one over here you could use if you wanted to for a digital breakout because you're only looking for one word. However, this one is also going to be considered kinetic because in order to complete it, you have to find multiple words and be circling them and figuring out where things intersect, which is not something that you can do on a computer screen. This example, where's the key, is something that you are using this box for to try and figure out which of these locations is going to have your key. Obviously, if I was using this as a digital puzzle, it wouldn't be key, it would be combination. But there are all of these words here, but only one of them actually appears in the word search, and that is going to be your combination, key location, or your teacher code word. Over on this side, we have multiple words that we need to find, and it's where those words intersect that you're going to be using as your teacher code, your key location, or your letter combination. So here we have snout, which intersects with teeth, so the T is going to be in use. We have the word horn, which is intersecting with monster, so we're also going to be using this O over here. The word monster is intersecting with teeth, so we're going to be using this E. And the word gnaw down here is intersecting with horn, so we're going to be using this N. Obviously, these letters are a little mixed up together, but if you rearrange them, they are going to spell out the word tone. With this final type of word search puzzle, you are also looking at a second grade and up level, and it is a kinetic and a mental type puzzle because, again, when you're talking about using a word search for multiple letters, you should be circling / crossing out things, and you're going to need a pencil for that, so physical puzzle, not a digital lock puzzle. So you're finishing this word search, and the remaining letters are the combination, key location, or the teacher code. So once you've found the words snout and horn and monster and teeth and gnaw and crossed them all out, it's what remains that you're going to be using for your, in this particular case, key location. So taken all together, it spells out find, vampire, bat, which is where the key is hidden. That brings us to the end of our letter lock, teacher code word, and key location puzzles. I hope you had a good time, and thank you once again for watching.